God, what? I've been muted this whole time. Good grief. Hello. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys doing? How has your week been so far? I really like going live on Wednesday because then I can ask y'all how y'all week is so far as opposed to how was your weekend and all that stuff. But how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? I had a busy day today. I'm actually pretty tired. My first signing was at 12:30, but it was a little ways from my house, so I had to drive um 35, 40 minutes to get there so I can make it at 12:30. And hey, Ayana. Hi, Jay. Yep, 35, 40 minutes to get there. Then I got there. The signing was it was two loans. Okay. And it was 461 pages, y'all. 461 pages, man. Took us forever to get those documents done, but we got them done and I got them all scanned in. Then I had to reschedule my 2:15 because I wasn't gonna make it. Then I got called for a signing that was like an emergency because the person was about to go out of town. Did that signing, headed on to my 4 o'clock signing. From there, went to my 6 o'clock signing, dropped everything off at FedEx, and got home at 7 o'clock so I can eat and then get on here with you guys. So I'm pretty freaking tired. I was gone the whole time from 11, um, like 11:30 all the way till 7 is when I got home. I was hungry. I was so hungry. I didn't stop and get anything to eat because I didn't have time. It was a crazy day. It definitely was a crazy day. So, what am I talking about today? Yeah, Jay, it was. So, just like the video said, I'm going to be talking about why sticking to what works for you matters. All right. Because I know you guys see all the time, you see all these different ideas. Everybody is telling you to do this, do that. But and it's not just you, I've been drawn into. But what you need to focus on is what is working for you. I have already been doing things that work for me. And I had attended a couple of lives from Notary Stars. I like Notary Stars, I like their lives. And then looking at different YouTube videos and hearing what other people are doing. And so I'm like, well, let me see if I could do that and see if that works. But what I did was actually decreased the amount of reach I was having because I started messing things up. And what you guys need to understand is when you set up your website, hey, Vernita, when you set up your website and you do your SEO, it takes some time for your SEO to start working. And when it starts working, that's awesome because you start getting the traffic. Well, I started changing my SEO around and doing all type of things, and now I've seen a decrease in the traffic to my site. And so when I go to Google it, it's not showing up at the top anymore. It's like number 10 and not my Google business page. That is number one. But my website used to also show up at the very top of the page when you would Google a notary in Coconut Creek, right? So I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. And you just have to learn from trial and error. So if what you are doing is working, keep doing it. Okay. If it's not broke, don't fix it. You don't need to change just because everybody else is doing that. Do what works for you. So I learned the hard way, and I'm hoping that you guys can also learn from my mistake. So that's what it goes for marketing. Office setup. Let me tell y'all. And I know I always do this to myself, and Ayana has told me this time and time again. Girl, just stay out the Facebook group because every time I get into the Facebook group, I get upset. I get upset. So I've seen a couple of people posting asking about the mobile setup, right? And I love my mobile setup. My dad, he put it together for me with the help of Griffin Notary Services video showing how he did his setup. I have my setup very similar, except for I don't have a truck, I have a sedan, a car. Excuse me. I shared my video, which I also have on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. So I shared my video. And when I tell you, some people just have a lot of time to be negative Nancy's. I tell you. So I saw a few notaries posts. It was just two, I think. I think it was just two. Basically, they were saying the same thing, saying, I've been in the game for years, almost 30 years. I've never seen a need to have a mobile setup. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. It just seems like unnecessary. And so I'm like, why not just say, no, I don't have a setup? Or why not just keep scrolling? Like, why have people not managed the power of the scroll? I do it all the time. I just keep scrolling. I'll read something, I'll chuckle, and I'll just keep scrolling if I feel like there's nothing that I can add to it, especially if it's not going to be positive. Like, did we not all grow up with the same concept? If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So basically, I responded. I probably shouldn't have, but I didn't respond in a negative way. I said, for me, my mobile setup has definitely increased, okay, my business, and it offers me more flexibility. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been out and I've had to print documents. For example, today I went to my 12:30 signing, 461 pages we signed, right? Had to reschedule my 2:15 for 6 o'clock. Got called for a signing they needed me to do right away, like as soon as you can get there. So when I left my 12:30 signing, guess what? I didn't go home. I was in Palm Beach and the signing was in Boca Raton. Okay. I'm not near those places. So I went from Palm Beach to Boca Raton. I parked in, we met at a mall, but I parked in the parking garage of the mall. It's not like a garage, just covered parking actually. And I had to print the documents right there in the parking lot. I wasn't about to go home and come back. So, yes, the mobile setup, yeah, so the mobile setup that works for me. If it doesn't work for you, fine. The person was saying, well, I have all direct. I do all my signings in the title office. And that's wonderful. That is wonderful. But I bet if you got called for a signing and you weren't home, that will probably suck because now you have to go all the way home, print the documents, and then proceed to the appointment. What if the location that you were currently in was closer to the appointment than it was your home? So you could kind of understand how that would be an inconvenience, right? So, office setup, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right. Hold on just a second. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hold on, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. My dad, he wants to be heard and he's very loud. So I just asked him if he could please bring it down some. All right. So the office setup, the car setup. All right. So for people like myself, I have, as you can see, I have an office setup. I take customers at my home in my front room, right? Some people are like, oh, I wouldn't do that. That's, safety. And oh, Vernita, really? Well, good. I'm glad to hear that because let me tell you, and let me share because I never share the freaking comments. I'm happy to hear that because when I tell you I was totally devastated, I will not be touching my SEO anymore. I'm going to leave it alone because, like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. When you start messing with your SEO, it takes some time for it to actually start working. Okay. So I'm not going to be touching it anymore. I'm going to leave it alone. So I'm glad to hear that you saw me pop up. So, so back to my office setup, right? A lot of people were talking about that. You're just outside of Orlando? It shows all the way up there? Wow. I needed to show down here though, because I'm not coming to Orlando. Some people were negatively making comments about the fact that I do take customers at my home. I have an office set up. They would never do that. They're too afraid of, people knowing where they are and, blah, blah, blah. And that's perfectly fine. I have my reasons for why I did it. My business has increased because of that as well. So the different things that I do have worked for me. It has helped me to grow my business and be the success that I am today. So this is why I do the things that I do. And I'm just sharing with you guys because I don't want you to fall victim to the negativity that you see in these Facebook groups, okay? Because it can be really harsh. Some people are just really cruel and they're not doing anything else. Okay. I will say like, and I'm trying to think, I don't know what notary I was watching and they said it, but notaries who are doing well, you don't see them in the Facebook groups and they don't have time. Okay. They don't have time to be on Facebook and they're not complaining. Notaries who are doing well are not complaining. Always remember that. Okay. So when you see somebody complaining in these Facebook groups, you should know they're probably not doing that well in their business because the ones who are doing well, I'm doing great. I have no complaints. My only complaints is other notaries and their negativity. All right. Website, social media as well. I probably did get it from him. I follow him and I don't think it's Vanessa. I think it's Kendra. Who is the signing agent basics lady? She has that really cute um silver hair. Think it's Kendra? It's either Kendra or Vanessa. I don't want to be messing up those names, but the lady from Signing Agent Basics, I love her. I love her voice and how she talks. She doesn't stutter like I do when she's trying to get something out. She doesn't start talking very fast when she gets nervous like I do. That's Kendra. I love her. I absolutely love her. So yeah, I follow them and watch them a lot. So I got it from one of them. But yeah, it probably was Griff. Your social media. All right. Make sure that you are following, some of the stuff that I say, but there are some other very successful people who post on social media all the time and they share some of their tips on how to make sure that you're keeping top of mind. Now, I will tell you, I have gotten maybe two customers from social media, and I've been on social media with my notary business for almost 4 years in July, right? So I'm definitely not doing it to get business, but I am doing it to stay top of mind with people so that when they need a notary, they'll remember me and remember that I do offer the services. Okay. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was this ID thing. So I shared in the group, I'm going to read it here, the Regina Hill story. So did you guys hear about that? That happened in Florida, April 1st. She is supposedly being accused of obtaining a fraudulent power of attorney over this elderly woman that she had gotten close with and supposedly spent over $100,000 out of the lady's account. Now, I'm hoping that the notary involved had a journal and made sure to record all IDs of parties involved. The reason I bring this up is because I think it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe. Yeah, it was like maybe a couple of weeks ago. I did a notarization for someone, and they had another notary who came there before I did for another signing that he had for a different property. And the notary accepted a photocopy of an ID and a cell phone from his witness. And so he wanted me to do the same, and I told him I couldn't do that and that I would require a physical copy of the ID from the witness. So the witness is like, well, I don't have my ID on me. So we had to wait for a neighbor that was coming down in the apartment complex we were in to be the person's witness. And it didn't happen easily either. I had to explain it, and some people was just like, I don't have my ID. All of the people who were doing construction in the area didn't have their ID. It was crazy. I'm like, so you guys come to work without your ID? That's weird. But we did finally get someone. And he was kind of agitated with me. So he had wrote the address wrong, and then I had to have him fix that. And he was like, I've never worked with a notary. They made me do this. And, it was just kind of like whatever. But I was surprised to hear that this notary accepted a copy of an ID and a phone. Now, unless you're in a state that says that is acceptable, We shouldn't be doing that. Okay. We have to accept physical copies of identification documents, let it be a passport, driver's license, state ID, any other type of government issue ID. It needs to be in physical form. Okay. Because if it's a copy of it, how do you know it wasn't altered? Okay. You know how awesome these cell phones we have are? I wouldn't be able to know if that's altered. I wouldn't. And no one should be taking copies. Now, I did, me and Ayana did look it up in the state statute. Okay. And it does not specify if it's a witness, principal, agent. It just says that the person whose name is listed in the document and signature being notarized is the ones we have to ID, right? It does not say in there you don't have to ID the witness. Now, in order for you to make sure that you are protecting yourself, you need to be IDing anybody whose name is going on a document where your stamp is going to be, period. Because let me explain a scenario to you. Now, let's just say somebody asks me to be a witness on a document and then that's my ID. They don't know who I am. I can tell them any name and I can sign that name right on the document as a witness. And then when asked later on down the line, they'll be like, well, yeah, that's so and so when she signed the document as a witness. And I can say, no, I didn't. Well, yeah, you were there. That's not my name. My name is Berjo Fully Love. No, when you told me your name was so and so, you didn't ask for my ID, so I could tell you any name that you wanted to hear. But as far as I know, my name has been Berjo Fully Love since birth. That is not my name. I did not sign that document. And you would have no proof because you didn't take my ID. I can sign anything in your journal if you even have me sign the journal. So I have posted in a notary group asking people. I described the same scenario saying, I notarized the document, the other notary accepted a copy of the ID in the phone and yada, yada, yada. And so everybody on there was saying, well, notaries are not required to ID the witness. And I'm like, really? So some notaries are also not required to keep a journal. And we know that that is highly recommended. So you're not going to ID everybody whose signature is on the document. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. And I know that sometimes the state statutes can be really vague and that it should be left up to our own judgment. But your own judgment wouldn't be the common sense practice to ID everybody who signed the document. Like I was, like wow. Yes, I just posted that, Vernita. And I just was like, in the other group I posted it in, a signing service owner is an admin. And both of them are. And so I just posted like, well, signing service owners, you can see what notaries are not IDing witnesses for your transactions. So yeah, you may want to make a list of all the notaries you don't want to work with who are not performing using best practices because I for the life of me, I can't understand why that would not be common sense for you to ID everybody. It doesn't matter if it's a principal signer, an agent, or a witness. I need to know who everybody is. I need to verify everybody's identity. You are right, Jay. Everyone is in business, but not all have professional conduct. And also, too, people are in this business just to make a dollar and they don't really care how. I was talking to my husband about this, um, not the notary, but just in general, how back in the day, back in the day, people, it didn't matter what type of job you had. You took pride in it. People do not do that anymore. Nobody takes pride in the work that they do. They just do the work and they're like, I don't care. I'm just doing this to make a dollar. Exactly, Reggie. You're not saving time by not IDing the witness. So what is your reason for not IDing the witness? It's it's crazy. Definitely crazy. But yeah. You guys have to, let me see what Vernita's saying. Nobody, they don't even do the work. They are there for the, yeah, Vernita. And my whole thing is that I want business to come back to me. Excuse me. I don't want a whole bunch of customers who use me one time and I never see them again. And you are going to have instances where a person may not need a witness all the time. I mean, not a witness, a notary all the time. But I have several customers who use me regularly. I have several companies that use me regularly, and I want to be the preferred notary. So, what do? I take pride in my work, and it shows in the work that I do. But if you're out here not caring about your work and not taking pride in your work, it's going to show. All right. It's going to show in your demeanor. It's going to show in the product of your work that you don't really care. You're just trying to get a check. And those people are not going to want to use you again. And it's so funny because the notary in question actually commented on the post. How do I know? Because the customer, they didn't want the extra copy that they asked us to print. He didn't want it. And he made a mistake and dropped that notary's business card in the folder. And I have the notary's business card. And so when I saw the name come up, I was like, you are the notary that ID used the witness ID copy in the phone. I didn't blast the person, but I just know that that's the person because I have their business card here. Bernita says I had to turn a lady down. She kept trying to tell me what the other notaries did. I said, well, it's against the law. They wasn't supposed to, and I can't do it. That's another thing that makes me mad. If we all did the same thing, had best practices, followed our state statutes, it wouldn't be so much variation in the type of notarization that we're doing. It doesn't make any sense that I have a customer telling me that a notary did it this way and it was all wrong. Okay. I expect that from UPS and the bank because those notaries, they don't know what they're doing. But when I hear other fellow notaries like myself not doing it the right way, it really, really burns my bottom. I'm like, why? I don't understand. It's not hard. Being a notary is not hard. But when you don't do what you're supposed to do, you make it hard for us notaries. Okay. And then people are complaining about us not getting paid enough. Nobody's going to keep paying notaries for piss poor work. I meet people who have had bad experiences with notaries, and I'm always surprised by the stories. Always. I'm just like, why? Why? I don't understand. But yeah, guys, I didn't have a whole lot today. I didn't really get the opportunity to um, make a large list of things to talk about tonight because I was so busy. Haven't heard that in a long time. Got to send to my son to add to the old sayings list. What? What did I say, Bernita? Also, I wanted to share with you guys that I'm going to be doing a journal workshop. Okay. So there are a lot of notaries who, oh, piss poor. Yes. A lot of notaries don't use an electronic journal, which I'm very surprised, but I can understand. Nobody wants to pay that monthly subscription. I'm almost at that point where I don't want to pay it because I'm thinking of how to reduce my expenses. But in any event, I wanted to show people how to use the traditional journal. Okay, so this here is a copy of the Modern Journal of Notarial Acts. Okay, I like this journal because it has the check boxes for the description of the document that you're going to be notarizing, and it's a pretty good size. The only thing I don't like about these traditional journals is that you have to cover up the journal entries. Okay, so let me try to turn this around. So this is how it would look if it was all on one page, right? It would look just like this. And I don't like that you have to cover up those entries, okay, when you're filling out new entries. Another thing I don't like about the traditional journal is that you could only put one document per line, okay? You can't put multiple names of documents in one entry. You need to do one document name per line, and you're going to have the signer sign each line, and you're going to put their name on each line. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I do want to show you guys how to use it so that you guys have an idea, especially those of you who are not using the traditional journal or haven't started doing notary yet to even use a journal. So I was thinking about doing it this weekend, maybe on a Saturday. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah, the 6th. I'm thinking about doing it on a Saturday, guys. So I will let you know. Um, maybe Friday. I'll post it. And it's not going to be a long thing. It's just going to be a workshop where I'm going to notarize a document, and I'm going to show you how to fill out the journal entry for it. Or maybe I'll have it to where I'm notarizing a few documents so you can see how that looks when you're putting one document per line. Okay. So did you guys have any questions? You want to share with me any um, crazy posts that you've seen, or maybe some questions that other notaries have posted that you also maybe have wanted to get an answer to? Just let me know. And then what I'll do is if I do decide to do this on Saturday, which I'm really thinking I may do it on Saturday, because I think me and my mom are going to hang out on Sunday. So if I do this on Saturday, I'll make sure to share the link so that you can print these out and you can follow along with me, okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to give it a few minutes to see if you guys had any questions. Let me see if I can think of anything. Anything that happened that I may have wanted to mention and didn't. You're welcome, Lona. Can Google Sites be optimized? No, Google Sites cannot be, you can't do the SEO on them. I had a Google site for a while, and it does not allow you to do the SEO. You will literally have to have a website through another vendor in order to customize your SEO. Oh, another thing I did, which I'm very mad about, and I got it from um, I think it was Vanessa Terry, where she was saying that she was paying for a company, I think, to do the calls for her. I think it was. Vernita, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could always just copy the same thing from the Google Sites website to a regular website. That's what I did. I just did everything that was exactly on that page on the new website. So I purchased this. I have a contract, right, with this company that helps me get information for leads. Okay. And it's $99 a month, and I had to sign up for a whole year. Okay. So this is why I wanted to make this video saying if whatever you're doing is working for you, keep doing that. Okay. Because you hear all these new ideas and it seems so interesting. Then you do it and then you have to kick yourself in the butt. Like I'm kicking myself in the butt. I used that. Let me stop shaking the table. I used that company's website for maybe 4 months, and then I haven't even used it again. But I got to continue to pay until my 12 months is up. So it was really a waste of my money. I could have used that to do my Google ads, which my Google ads I get business from. And Google ads actually, I would rather use that $99 for my Google ads than use the $99 um, for the service that I'm using now. You're welcome, Renita. So I'm pretty mad about it, but I'm stuck. So hopefully you guys learn from me. Okay. Whatever you're doing, if it's working, keep doing it. All right. Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing. I'm talking to myself too. Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing because if what you're doing is working for you, keep doing that. All right. You don't need to do what everybody else is doing. What everybody else is doing, let that work for them. And what you're doing, let that work for you. You don't, and matter of fact, you don't have to do everything. That's the good thing about it. You can hear about all these ideas, but it doesn't mean that you have to move forward with it. Not unless you're not doing anything, then yeah, you may want to, start doing something. But if you're already, when I tell you guys, I have worked so hard to get my business to where it's at right now. My business literally works and runs itself, and I'm proud of that. But I hear so many different things that people are doing. I just get so intrigued, and honestly, I get bored. I get bored, and I'm like, "Ooh, let me see how that works," and then I screw myself. So hopefully, you guys don't do that. Don't do like me. Do some of the stuff I'm doing, but don't do like me and put yourself in a nutshell, and then you can't get out. Okay, like I have to wait until 12 months for this dang on thing. Well, not a whole 12 months. It's Yes, Bernita. Absolutely. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think I got 5 months left. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look and see when the contract started, but I got some time before I'm done paying it, and I would never do it again. And yeah, so I will definitely let you guys know if I'm going to do that journal workshop on Saturday or Sunday. And other than that, I'm about to go get in the shower and get ready for bed. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Um, don't forget, for those of you who have never joined me before, make sure you click the I can't talk. Click the subscribe button so that you are notified when I'm going to go live. Vernita, oh no, I watched your old videos. Went down a checklist. Virgil did this, Virgil did that. Yeah, follow some of my stuff, but ugh, just don't follow all the ideas that you guys are hearing out there. If you're already doing something, stick to it. Okay. Everything ain't for you. And I'm talking to myself when I say that. Everything ain't for you. Oh, well, no, I don't want to share that. I want to share the good news with y'all. I was going to share with you guys something that I did on Monday, but I got to go back and then I'm going to share the good news with y'all after I go back. So you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, let me go. Don't forget, there was something else I wanted to share. Oh, don't forget, we got the Etsy store. If y'all need your marketing t-shirts, make sure you order them a size up and get your shirts. And then don't forget, I have free courses on the Academy website. All right. When you go to the Notary Education grp.com, Vernita, so funny. All right. Let me see. You're welcome, Raina. Um, the Etsy shop, the Academy with the free courses. All right. I want to see everybody trying to take the free business course and the free customer service course. They're free, guys. All right. Who couldn't do better in their business? Who couldn't do better with their customer service? Right. I want to see you guys enrolling and taking them. I got them for free. Okay. Don't let all my hard work go to waste. Let me share the link. It's www.thenotaryeducationgrp.com. Okay. Let's share this here. And then the Etsy shop, which I can't wait to get my shirts. Y'all know I made new shirts and I can't wait to get them. So y'all can see me wearing them online. I got to find my Etsy shop. Hold on. This was Notary Education GRP. Finally, I know the link by heart. All right. And then your t-shirts, you get that here. I'm going to share that. And then don't forget the books. The books have been selling very well, which means that a lot of notaries are trying to learn the tricks of the trade without all the fluff. Congratulations, Rena. That's awesome. So now that you have received your NSA certification, now you're going to sign up with all the signing services so you can start working, right? You got to put all that education to work now. Do not wait. Congratulations. And I can't post all the links for my books here, but if you go to Amazon.com, type in my name, all of the books will come up. Okay. You're welcome, Rena. Yeah, I can't list all the books. It's 3 books. Okay. It's the General Notary Workbook, my Success Affirmations for Small Business Owners, and my all my how-to guides, all the notaries want to know without all the extra stuff. All right. Notaries just want to know, I want to create a business. How can I be successful in doing this? So that's what the how-to guides are about. General Notary Workbook is exactly what it is. You practicing general notary practices in a workbook form. And the Success Affirmations is just that. Actually, I have the books right here. Hold on. Be forgetting I have all these darn books. I have to order my books, obviously, so I can have them. All right. So you have All That Notaries Want to Know book, Wealth, what is it? Wealth Within Small Business Success Affirmations. Got that one. Oh, the Notary Appointment book. I don't have that one. And you have the GNW, General Notary Workbook. I thought I ordered it, Rena, or no, Vernita. I thought I had ordered my Notary Appointment book, and I didn't. So I have to order that so I can show you guys that. But yeah, those are my books. I also have 2 journals. These journals are not like the modern journal because I made my journals 1 page. 1 page, 4 signers where you can check off all the documents here. And I have a bunch of documents here that you would see. And then for those documents that you wouldn't see during the signing, you have to write the name out and choose whether it's an acknowledgement or a jurat. I have another journal that I'm about to come out with because I realized in this journal here, I didn't have a space for what pages the witness assigned. So I'm going to be doing that journal, and it'll probably be released next month. I'm not going to focus on it this month because I'm doing something else that's really important to me this month, and I want to get that done. So that new journal won't be available to probably next month. I've already put it together, but I have to upload it to Amazon and do some other stuff. So I'm not going to do that this month. But yes, my notary appointment book. I I don't have the book, but I have the pages and I use them every week. This is how it looks. Okay. Can I come closer and it don't blur it out? Nope. There's the light. But this is how it looks. Okay. You write the dates in at the top, and then these are the times and the days of the week. And I use this every day because it keeps from me having to jump on my phone. When I get a signing notification on my phone, you have to respond to these notifications in a timely fashion. And if you don't, you could lose the signing and not get a sign. So the reason why I made the paper appointment book is because I want to be able to look and then, yes, I'm available. Before, I would have to go out of the notification, hurry up and go to my calendar and my phone, see if I'm available. Then by the time I come back to the notification, it's gone. So if you are having that same issue, that's why I made the paper appointment book. I love it. I use it. I have people who have purchased it and told me that they have found it to be very useful, which I'm happy. Those of you who have purchased it, though, I need you to leave a review on Amazon. The more reviews I get on Amazon, guys, the better. So if you purchase any of my books, if you can please go on Amazon and leave a rating. I don't care if you don't write a review, just at least leave me a star rating so that it can show that people, actually like the books that they purchased. Okay. So don't forget, if you go on Amazon, type in my name, you will find all of my books. If you want your t-shirts for marketing, because I wear my t-shirts every weekend. Every weekend. I need some new ones though because my shirts that I have shrunk. I refuse to say that I gained weight. So I have to order some new t-shirts. And my shirts are kind of faded because I've had them for over a year. So I need to get new marketing notary shirts so that I can be out here marketing, because on the weekends I don't dress up like this. Now, this what you're seeing is my daily attire, which is my let me stand up a little bit. It's my polo shirt. I wear some slacks. I have my ID tag, and this has my business logo on it. You say it's the Florida humidity, Bernita? I'm gonna believe that. I'm gonna believe that because I ain't gained no weight. Those shirts shrunk. They shrunk. So I have to order new shirts. Besides, like I said, they're a little faded because I've had them for a long time. So I want to order new shirts. They're going to be vibrant in color. I'm going to get all the colors. I love the royal blue, the yellow, the pink, the red, the black, the white. It's going to be a colorful mess. But I'm going to be marketing my business and let everybody know I'm a notary. And when you wear your t-shirts, always make sure you have a handful of cards because people stop me when they see me. You're a notary? Do you have a card? I sure do. Here you go. All right. That's the beauty of having those t-shirts. Free marketing. I mean, the shirts make the money back themselves, honestly. So, and I know I don't share it enough. It's really hard for me to share that stuff. I told my daughter I'm going to have her start sharing those because I work full time as a notary now. So, like I told you guys, I was gone from 11:30 to 7. I never made it back home. I had no time to go on Facebook today. I went on Facebook when I got home. I had 18 notifications. I mean, that's another thing. How these people successful if they on Facebook all day? Whatever. But yeah, I just don't have the time to always share that. And I know it sucks and I know I should because I could be making money from that. But like I said, it's just difficult for me to do that. I have books, I have t-shirts, I have courses, but when I think of it, I share it. Like Vernita, when was the last time I shared about my shirts? When you bought it, right? It's really difficult for me to remember to share this information with you guys. So I'm not great at it, and I know, and I'm sorry, but shirts are available, the books are available, the courses are available. I have more free courses than paid, which shows how much I want you guys to be successful if I'm offering free courses, right? Oh, it's been that long, Vernita? Yeah, I'm terrible. I know. But Vernita bought the Sunflower Notary Public shirt and she loves it. She even took a picture and it looks amazing on her. It was another lady, I think Gail had bought one too, and they shared pictures. So yeah. So yes, guys, that's it for the night. I gotta go. I don't have any appointments scheduled for tomorrow. Oh no, I do have an online notary that I'm gonna be a witness to. But that can change. I can wake up tomorrow and have several appointments. Like today, I had 3 appointments and it turned into 4. That always happens. I'll wake up, no appointments. By the end of the day, I finish 5. So sky is the limit, but I gotta go. You guys have a good night, and hopefully, I'll see you Saturday to do the Notary Journal workshop, and then again on Wednesday for our Wednesday Wisdom Notary Nuggets. All right, guys. Good night.